Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fatih Najah binti Shahiman. Today I will explain how to get the data in case study 1. First of all, you have to go to the link data.moh.gov.my/covid and then scroll the website until we find the confirmed cases. So in these questions, we want to get the data from 15 November 2022 until 15 April 2023. So the cases, let's zoom a little bit to find the data for each of the dates. For example, let's see 1 December 2022. You have to drag the mouse until you find the 1 December 2022, the data. So the cases in this date is 2,375. And then for 15 December 2022, you have to find it by dragging the mouse until you find the date. And it is 1,161 cases. And what's the data in 1 January 2023? So drag the mouse until 1 January. So the data in 1 January is 420 cases. We can see it's a slightly reduced. The case is slightly reduced. So repeat the same steps until 15 April 2023. In B questions, they also want 28 January 2023 and 7 April 2023. So what's the data in 28 January and 7 April? Let's see 28 January. The cases in 28 January 2023 is 258. While the 7 April 2023, 7 April, there are 797 cases. So we use the Lagrange interpolating polynomial to find the data. So when we calculate by using this Lagrange interpolating polynomial, we find that there are different cases or different data in 28 January 2023. For example, in 28 January 2023, when we calculate, the data is 285 cases, while in the website, there is only 258 cases. So why this thing happened? Okay. It is because in the website, they use critical points to find the maximums of the absolute value. It means the calculate data is not considered the endpoints when finding the max in that interval. So the only possible choices are the critical points in that interval. There has to exist a critical point between each of the zero. So comparing the norms of each of the critical points always give the max for that part of the error. No, that's all from me. Thank you.
Now for case study 2, I will open the link that was given in the assignment, and then I will scroll down to the graph that we need. So uh, from the graph, I fill in the values of x and fx to make a table of the Newton finite divided difference, and it asks for the first until the fifth order. So I will be putting in. So now, for this equation, I will be using Excel to find the answers. So first, I will click this one. For this value, we need to put an equal sign, bracket. So for this value, we need to take this one, and then we need to take f2 minus f1 minus f0, and then it is divided by x0. x1, and then it is divided by x1 minus x0. And I get the answer. After that, I drag it down to get the other answers. For this value, we need to take, the f, this value minus by this value, and then we divide it by x2 minus x0. Then enter. Then we get the answer, and we drag it down. And we continue doing that. Now I have filled all the answers, all the values. Now I will adjust all the values to have, I will adjust the decimal places so that it has a uniform decimal places of 5 decimal places. So I will adjust it 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now that we have the table for the Newton finite divided difference up to the 5th order.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Ashimti Zahari, geometry 82028342446. Okay, let's continue to my part at case study 2. My part is the one at equation 2 and 3. Okay, at equation 2, I need to calculate the Newton forward FDD polynomial, and that given value of x is equal to 3. And number 3 is I need to calculate the Newton backward FDD, that given the value of x is equal to 7. That's all from me. Continue to the next presenter. Thank you.
Case study 2, 2b, method of least squares to fit an exponential model of y equal to a exponent bx. First, write the equations. It is ln y equal to ln a exponent of bx. And then we will get the ln y equal to ln a plus bx. So the equation for y is ln y, and the equation for a naught is ln a, and lastly the equations for a1 is b. After that, write the equations for the quadratic equations because we want to use it later, and then do a table si cubic and then siyi. We want to find the answer for these two equations. And then add and then sum up, we will get the value of the siyi, the value of yi, and the value of si cubic and the value of xi. After we get this data, we have to put in the quadratic equation. It means we substitute, which is, so the n is, use the 10, and then the si is 55, this one 55, si also 55, and the si cubic is 385. Just substitute the value in these quadratic equations. And then we want the yi and siyi. So substitute the value from yi dengan s and siyi into the quadratic equation. And then you find the value of a. We put the a naught from the, substitute the a naught from the equations ln a. Then we got the a equal to 9.6023, and then substitute for the a1, we got the negative 0.0909. Then the y, substitute the equation for y, we got 9.6023 exponent negative 0.1459x. Then the a1 is negative 0.1459.
Hello, let's continue with my part. My part is case study 3. First question is I need to state the general equation of Legendre polynomial of degree 2. So in this part, I do the research on textbook at page 74. Then I got the value of ak equal to 2k plus 1 divided by 2. And I need to assume the value of k is at a0 is equal to 0, a1 equal to 1, and a2 is equal to 2. So we go to second equation is identify a certain equation 2. I need to identify a suitable linear transformation if necessary. So I need to transform X to T linearly. First, I need to change the value of T is equal to -1, and I got equation 1. Then I need to change T, T equal to 1 to got equation 2. So at this part, I need to assume that k equal to 0. So I have to use formula of AK equal to K1 plus 1 divided by 2. But I have to assume that k is equal to 0 at A0, and A1 I need to assume value of k is equal to 1, and A2 equal k equal to 2. And then I get the value of ft. So I need to change to get the value of fx back. And lastly, number 3, I need to find the polynomial on the interval at a equal to -1 1 and b equal to 0 2. At a, I no need to do transformation because since the e to 0 -1 1, so then not have transformation to do. So I need to change the value of k by using the formula of ak equal to 2k plus 1 minus divide by 2. So I need to integrate 1 1. So in this part, k at a0 I assume k equal to 0, and a1 k equal to 1, and a2 k equal to 2. And at lastly, at b, at equation 3b, interval 0 2, I let the value of x equal to a plus bt. So I need to change the value of t to get the equation 1. I change t equal to -1, and equation 2 I change t equal to 1. Then I use the formula of p p2 equal to, I use the formula of k like 2k plus 1 minus 1 2k plus 1 divided by 2. But despite I change the value of k equal to at a not k equal to 0, a2, a1 k equal to 1, and a2 k equal to 2. Lastly I got the value of qt, and after I got the value of qt, I need to change back to qx, and lastly I got this value. That's all from my part. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Hazimah binti Oscar Hasdino with student ID 22021887244, and I will be presenting case study 4. First, we go to the link that was given in the assignment. Then we drag down until we see the graph. Here we can see the graph. And the first question is to fill the tables with the volumes on certain dates. So what I do is I drag this button here. I drag it to the dates that I need, and I take the value of the volume that I need. After that, I fill it into the table, to this table. After that, I will find the first derivative of fx using these conditions with these following values and conditions. Now, I have filled the table with the information extracted from the link that was given. After that, I find the first derivative of fx for the following with the h value of 30, because by assuming that 30 day per month. So for the first one, we use a 2-point forward difference method. So we use this equation to find the first derivative of this question. And then after that, this one uses this equation because it is a backward difference and it is a 2 point rule question. After that, for this value, it is a 3 point and it is a backward difference. So we use this equation to find the answer. After that, we will use the central difference method and it is usually for only for 3 point. So we use this equation.